This is the setup video for Chapter 5 for Gryffindor. You will need your ISN, a pen, glue stick, or some sort of glue, a pair of scissors. You will also need a pink sheet that has commutative, associative, additive, multiplicative, all of this on it. So that pink sheet, it's a front and a back. You will need your Chapter 5 math menu. It says Gryffindor Chapter 5 at the top. And then you will also need Chapter 5 vocabulary. It says expressions. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You're going to take your packet. You're going to cut it directly down the middle. Okay. Once you have cut it down the middle, you're going to take the staple and remove it. So removing the staple. All right. So once you have done that, you will have two sets. You will have two sets. Go ahead and set those aside for right now. All right, and we're going to pick up from where we left off. Okay. So on page 84, because your math menu should have been on 82. All right, on 84, you're going to glue in the one that says Chapter 5 Vocabulary Expressions at the top. That goes on page 84. On page 85, you're going to glue in the one that says Property at the top. All right, then at the top of page 84, you're going to write Chapter 5 Vocabulary. Top of page 84, you're going to write Chapter 5 Vocabulary. Okay. On page 86, you're going to glue in the one that says constant at the top. It's on page 86. Gluing in the one that says constant. On page 87, you're gluing in the one that says algebraic expressions. That goes on page 87. On page 89, you're gluing in the one that says sequences at the top. Sorry, that goes on page 88. 88, you're gluing the one that says sequences. 89, you're going to leave blank. On page 90, you're going to glue in the one that says properties of operations. That goes on page 90. Then on page 91, you're going to take your pink paper. You're going to cut along the solid lines. You're going to cut all the way around the outside. Right along the outside. Make sure the scraps get in the garbage can. All right, so now you have this piece of paper I've cut along the outside, okay? I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna fold it in half. Okay. Then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna cut along each of the dotted lines. Make sure you only cut the top portion. Okay? So when I do this, just cutting right along the dotted line. Okay? So for each one of these, I'm going to cut right along the dotted line. So now that you've got all your flaps cut, you're going to flip it over onto the back and you're going to glue it onto page 91. Okay, so that's on page 91. On page 92, you're going to glue in the one that says the distributive property. So on page 92. Page 93, you're going to leave blank. Page 94, you're going to glue in the one that says simplify algebraic expressions. That's on page 94. Page 95, you're leaving blank. On 96, you're going to glue in add linear expressions. This goes on page 96. 97, you're leaving blank. 98, you're going to glue in subtract linear expressions. '99, you're going to leave blank. Page 100, you're going to glue in factor linear expressions. Goes on page 100. 101, you're leaving blank. And then on page 102, you're going to glue in math menu for Gryffindor. It's on page 102. Now that you've glued everything in, we're going to go ahead back to the beginning and look and fill in your table of contents. So this is what your table of contents should look like for Chapter 5 for Gryffindor. On page 84 through 86, Chapter 5 Vocabulary, 87 Algebraic Expressions, 88 through 89 Sequences, 90 through 91 Properties of Operations, 92 through 93 the Distributive Property, 94 through 95, simplify algebraic expressions. 96 through 97, add linear expressions. 98 through 99, subtract linear expressions. 100 through 101, factor linear expressions. 102, Chapter 5, Math Menu. So now that we have everything glued in, let's go back and just double check and make sure everything's in its proper place. So on page 84, you should have Chapter 5, Vocabulary Expressions. Page 85, you should have the second vocabulary page. Page 86, you should have the third vocabulary page. Page 87 should have algebraic expressions. Page 88 should be sequences. Page 89 is left blank. Page 90 is properties of operations. Page 91 should have the pink foldable. Page 92 is the distributive property. Page 93 is left blank. Page 94, simplify algebraic expressions. Page 95 is left blank. Page 96, add linear expressions. Page 97 is left blank. Page 98, subtract linear expressions. Page 99 is blank. Page 100, factor linear expressions. Page 101 is left blank. And then on page 102, you should have your math menu for Chapter 5 for Gryffindor.